Hello guys, welcome once again to Wakati Avenue. It's me once again, your host with the most, Alfred, and hope you guys been well. Today's topic will be a more familiar one. I'm about to talk about money, and money in a sense that it really won't solve your problems, especially if you have very innate problems, right? You have problems which are supposed to be taken care of, maybe psychologically or maybe physically, that you have to do certain things and not probably buy things to solve those problems. These are innate problems that you have to really work on. Money cannot solve those things. What money usually does, in fact, people should start putting into consideration that money is just it's a tool. It's more of a tool. Money is not something magical, or it's not something that will really help you change your life in a very large way, whereby that you think that you'll be someone you're not. It's not going to do that. The best you can do with money is probably get new things, and then cover up a few things here and there, but the work still has to be done first. Whether you have psychological problems, whether you have attitude problems, you have to recognize that first, and then money can be used as a tool to now help you get to a position you want to be rather. So money enhances who you already are. It only aids you to be who you want to be once you have already started working on who you want to be. You can't fast track to. This is what I've seen though. People want to fast track to who they want to be or who they would like to be, or whatever they have in their mind of the image they want to be. They want to fast track by using money. I think money will, once money comes about, then everything, there'll be nothing on their way to stop them to be exactly what they've dreamt of being, or who they've dreamt of being. That's very delusional, because now you want to skip a few stages, and that's why I'm telling you that it's only a tool to get you there. It will help you. But you need a whole lot of factors to go with that. For example, if you've got a bad attitude, right, or you have a poor mindset, money won't do much for you, except that it will bring you things. You will buy things, thinking that now you're rich because you have all these things. But at the end of the day, you will look rich, but you won't be what some people say rich. You look rich. You buy things that you think that will make you look rich, or people will admire you for them, because you're seeing people who have these things, and that to you they look rich, right? But in a matter of fact, that your mindset is still the same. A good analogy would be obviously the one that these lottery winners, those who win money. Let's just say a large amount of money. Those people are not prepared. Especially subconsciously, right? They're not prepared for that money. They still have that mentality where they're thinking in terms of their worth at that time. if you're someone who is getting maybe, let's say, 100k or 100 or something like that, 100,000 shillings, 500,000 shillings per month maybe. If you come about maybe 10 million or something, if you have not been consciously or subconsciously preparing your mind for that amount of money, you still have that mentality of 500,000, 200,000 shillings or whatever. So even if you get that 10 million, for example, maybe 10 million shillings, your mind won't be, your mind is not prepared, because you'll be thinking, okay, if I get this, then my problem will be solved. And this is where a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people get into debt and all that. They've got so much debt, because they think that getting this, getting that, and getting a lot of money is the game changer for them. It's all they need. It's only a tool, The best thing you can do for yourself is make sure that you're subconscious, or you can, some other people may call it the spirit or whatever, right? I'll say the subconscious should be fed things that are much more towards what you want to be. Sow those seeds early on, before you even get to your goals or your purpose, or come about whatever amount of money you want to get. Preparing yourself means, that's the work that I usually say or usually talk about. Doing the right things, getting your financial education, your financial plans in order, things like that. Making sure that you get the right education. And when I say the right education, I'm not talking about your formal education, going to university or anything. I'm just saying go watch YouTube videos about talking about finances, right? Go watch videos talking about marketing, sales, budgeting, things like that. That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to go to school for these things, or just talk with people who are experts of these. There are people who know these things, right? And they're willing to educate you on them. Things like that. Very simple things, but very effective, right? So by the time you're through with this educating yourself, and then you start planning them out, once the money starts coming in, with the right amount of discipline, because now what you fed your, I hope by this time you fed your subconscious with enough material to learn these finances, to learn your purpose, so you know that you're supposed to be disciplined in this area. So when the money comes, it becomes much more easier. But I must say, when money starts coming, or when you're now starting to budget the money that you already have, for example, it will be hard at first, because you're not used to like really budgeting, or you're used to spending. You get your money, you spend it all. You're already going out and looking for someone to lend you more money. You're borrowing money from everyone else. People lending you money and you're not paying back and all that, because you still have not prepared or have not changed your money situation, whereby you can now budget and make sure the little money that you have, you use it in a manner that it helps you, right? So that even when you come about, or maybe you're now trying to start a business, right? And then you're making much more money than before. You're used to such budgeting and financing and all that. So this all starts before, way before. It starts when you're broke. It starts when you have little money. The small amount you have, it starts with where you are. It never starts. A lot of people have this mindset, have this notion that these things start once you get the money, then that's when I can now start budgeting. Well, I must say I'm one of those guys who used to be that way. Guilty as charged. I used to think, okay, once I get my money right, then boom, I'll do this. Once I get, it never happens that way. It hardly happens that way. Yeah, there are those who are strict enough, there are those who are disciplined enough, but you have to have created that discipline. You have to have worked on that discipline so that when the money comes, a large amount or whatever amount that you've been preparing or you've been working with your business, once it comes, you still need that discipline, and that discipline still needs to be worked on. So get rid of the notion that once the money comes, then I start changing. Start changing now. Get your finances, education up. Get your business started, or at least learn about the business you're going to create. Make sure that you know the ins and outs of it, right? Your whatever, how to keep your books, you know, your bookkeeping, right? Just do those things. Start them now, so that you're fully prepared once this thing starts. Or once this thing starts when things start working on your favor, because as long as you're working on yourself and doing things, things will start changing gradually. You might not even recognize it, but gradually things start changing, and then boom, all of a sudden now your money is getting better and better. But the thing is, you should be prepared so that once that money is coming in, you're not squandering it, right? You're not buying things that are unnecessary. You're not buying things that you do not need. You're not spending them on things or on people that are not bringing any value to you. And that's the basis of it all, because we all fall into this trap, I must say. Even though I must say also that it's not bad once you get the money, you know, once in a while you just spend a bit of money, or you pay yourself, as they say, spend a bit of money on yourself, spoil yourself, right? Just take a bit of money, like 10%, 20%, that's for you. You know, get those good sneakers that you wanted, whatever. Get that nice phone that you always wanted. Get that suit, whatever. Cool. Then you're back. Make sure that the rest of the money that you have not spent yet is spent wisely, much more budgeted, much more, you know, focused on bringing more value. At least 70 to 60% of that income should be on value, and then the rest should be maybe on things that are occurring, you know, things that you have to pay your bills, you know, the water bills, the electricity, your rent and all that. At least then maybe it will be 20-30%. Then the rest you can spoil yourself, you know. But investment on yourself starts way before you getting a lot of money. Why am I saying this? Because not everybody comes about with plenty of money. Not always, right? It's a few people who will ever like start their business and all of a sudden, or there are those who inherit money that even for them they still have to work on it, because just inheriting money, man, unless your parents like have prepared you for, like maybe there's a business that you've been doing. We can see this like maybe like people like the Mengi, you know, the late Reginald Mengi. I think he's the type of guy who would prepare his kids for the inheritance, you know, and because he had businesses, he had plenty of money, he would prepare his kids for like the money that he has left and the businesses that he has left. But for many of us, we're not prepared. Even if you inherit like 100,000 or 20 million right now, 30 million, we run off, buy a car, you know, buy the latest car, want to buy stuff, you know. But it all starts right now. Make sure that what you have in your subconscious is a reflection of what you want to happen. right? Don't go about thinking that you are going to watch or listen to people who are useless. Listen to comedies, watching IG models, IG feeds all day that that are just nonsensical, just funny things on IG. Facebook, you're liking pictures that don't make sense. You're always watching bad news, listening to music that really does not inspire. Listen, man, music is supposed to be for just chilling, just making you much more relaxed, right? But you don't have to be listening to all type of music. There's a certain type of music that's not good for you. Just listen to it just once in a while, chill out, then you go back into your grind, working on your purpose. But if you're going to just be listening to the same old music or same old people, people who, because they make you feel, they make you feel nice in the inside, like making you laugh, that's it. People who are preachy, preaching you to change, but you're not changing, right? You're in the same spot every single day. They're trying to make you like change. But of course, all that is on you. If you're not willing to change, you're just going to listen to the same people. Go out there. There's plenty of material. There's plenty of people talking about and speaking about plenty of things that you can learn. There's so much to learn out there. If you put such things in your subconscious, it won't fail to manifest. It just won't. As long as you're working on them, making sure that every single day you're trying your level best to work on these things. The intent is there, the will is there, then you will find the way, right? As long as you're working. But people should not think for a minute that money will all of a sudden change every single thing. And I'm sure a lot of people, especially here in where we're from in Africa, in these few years to come, plenty of people will come, will get a lot of money, with all these opportunities coming in, creatives, bitcoins and all these cryptocurrencies. All those opportunities are opening up, these companies coming up, foreign companies. All those opportunities are going to open up here in Africa. But if you're not prepared consciously, subconsciously, what's going to happen? Either you're going to be left behind, or you're just going to be buying things that are not worth investing, things that are not assets, things that are real. What's that word? Are not. Let's just say things that are not assets, but things that depreciate with time. You want things that appreciate. Make sure that you invest well on yourself first before you try and get as much money as you can, right? Make sure that you make the right investment. Your time, your energy, right? All those are good investments, so that your subconscious becomes ready for such things. You're always ready for whatever's going to come, for whatever opportunity. Don't waste time on frivolous things, the things that don't make sense. Just don't. Anyway, my 20 minutes almost up. In fact, I'm pretty surprised that I went a whole 20 minutes. I thought this would be a very short thing. Anyway, this is about money, and I hope this was a bit helpful. And this has been your boy Alfred for Wakati Avenue, and more knowledge to you. Peace.